Out of all those guys, if I gave you one pick right now who you think is the most NFL ready to play in the league in the regular season come week 1, who would you take and why?
Ooh. And even given circumstance as well, like, team-wise.
Yeah.
I feel like, okay, so circumstance-wise, I feel like, Zach Wilson is obviously going to start on New York, for the New York Jets. He's going to start. What I've actually seen in a couple games, he looks pretty poised. Obviously,
the Corey Davis pickup was big for them.
Yeah, the Corey Davis pickup was definitely big.
I got some tools.
And you got a vet, in there, and Robert Saleh. Obviously, even though it's his first time being a head coach, he has been a coordinator for many years, multiple years on a couple different teams, Seahawks and the Niners. So you have a leader in there as well. And I think, who's the other guy? Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields right now with that offense and the way the defense plays as well, I personally think he could start. Now, will he start? I don't think Matt Nagy's I don't think he's gonna go there unless Andy Dalton starts off 0-4, 0-3 or something.
Gets hurt.
And then gets hurt and the fans start booing, stuff like that. They'll feel a little bit of pressure if they losing. But, I would probably say those two right now are probably the most ready, if you had to, because of the situation, to start. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence, we kind of know he's just going to start, but those would be my two that I think for sure could start right now.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. I would say Zach Wilson definitely looks good. He's making, his ability to throw on the run, the way he's reading the field right now. His connection with Corey Davis is there. Yeah. But then again, at the same time, the Jets are the Jets.
That's true.
Just like the Clippers are the Clippers, the Jets are the Jets. What the last time the Jets was good when they had Broadway Joe?
Yeah, well, that makes sense. They have nobody else to throw out there. Yeah. You're going to get a lot of reps.
So he's not going to win a lot of games this year.
But I definitely think he's ready.
Chad Pennington, a legend.
Facts. Shout out to Oregon.
Chad Pennington. He was cool. You feel me? Boomer Esiason and all that. You feel me? But I definitely think Zach Wilson looks ready. Justin Fields for sure. Trevor Lawrence obviously he's gonna start automatically.
Stop capping and go ahead and say what y'all want to say. Y'all want Trey Lance to start? Just say it.
I don't want Trey to start. I don't think he's ready to start right now. I don't. Honestly,
that's your man.
That's my man. He's not ready to start right now.
Yeah, nah. I'm not even going to cap on that.
At this moment, he's not ready.
He's not 6'4", 220 with a cannon arm?
He is.
He's not ready to start.
Inconsistent right now. Still need some help.
Let's be real. He's going to play because Jimmy's going to get hurt or go do some dumb shit.
That's also true.
He's not going to start week 1.
So all things considered, if Jimmy stays healthy.
Which he's not. By week 2, he's going to be hurt. I
don't want Trey Lance to start this year. There's no need to rush. He's the future. He's young. Let him get more into the playbook. Let him sit behind Jimmy. For right now, if Jimmy start 3-1 and is healthy, Trey not getting in. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling that to all the fans, yeah? All the fans. Trey not getting in. If we go 3-1 and we start at another first flow, he not getting in. Now, I do like Trey. Don't get me wrong. Trey is my guy. Trey is my guy. But at the end of the day, he need to sit at least this year, soak a little in. Aaron Rodgers did it. Pat Mahomes did it behind Alex Smith as well. You have a good setup and a good veteran team. Also got some, a lot of young players too that have been playing well. Just sit for right now. They don't need to, rustle the feathers and necessarily do that just yet. You got Jimmy. Go with him for the last year.
I'm gonna take a different approach here, because if I take the same approach, it's gonna be boring. I'm gonna take the different approach. I think right now, from what I've seen, Mac Jones is the most ready. Because when I look at Mac Jones, we talk about all the time with rookie quarterbacks and just in general with a quarterback, a lot of it is the situation you're brought into, the formations, the plays you're running. The Patriots aren't going to ask Mac Jones to go and air the football out 20, 30 times a game. They're going to rely on the running game. They're going to rely on the quick passes, the slants, all that stuff. And Mac Jones, his main situation is don't turn the ball over. Don't give up the field position. And I feel like out of everybody in this right now, it's interesting because all those quarterbacks you mentioned, Lance, Lawrence, Fields, and Wilson, they're all somewhat mobile. They can get out of the pocket and create stuff. Trevor Lawrence doesn't have a choice because Jacksonville's offensive line is so poor. He's running for his poor life. Saw the game on Monday. But Mac Jones, he has an ability just to step up in the pocket and make the smart reads. And I don't necessarily think Cam has done enough going into this season to solidify that situation where Bill Belichick would say, okay, that's our guy for the least half the season. I just don't see it just yet.
Right. I mean,
Well, you
with
see how they setting it up already.
With
too.
Mac Jones, the thing about Lawrence, Lance, Wilson, and all those guys, they all the arm power. They can all get the ball down the field, they deep the vertical game. Mac Jones doesn't have that, but what's going to get him through is his anticipation and his accuracy. That's exactly what he did at Alabama. It was anticipation and accuracy. Throw the ball before the receiver breaks out of his route, and by the time the receiver turns his head, the ball's going to be.
And that's what Bill wants.
And that's the kind of quarterback that works in Bill Belichick's system. That's the kind of quarterback that worked when he was in Cleveland and even in New England with when he had Drew Bledsoe before Tom Brady came in. You know what I mean? So I could definitely see that. Cam has not shown me enough in this preseason for him to just automatically be the starter for sure.
Oh, yeah.